Hello, welcome to another video. Today I'm going to be reviewing a game in Gold Elo that I played on like one of my random accounts. And what we're going to be focusing on is how to push your lead when you get one, right? So I picked this game specifically because first of all, it's lower elo, so more mistakes. Second of all, how do you say this? Well, I didn't get like a kill after full clearing, and I didn't get like 20 kills in 5 minutes, right? I mean, I did get 20 kills, but not in 5 minutes, right? So I think it's a better example because the first kill that I got was like 6 minutes in, something like that, and we snowball off that. So we can look at that real quick. We're going to be focusing more on the decision part of things, so we're not really going to be looking at one-time speed. No real reason to. So okay, we're looking at the game in terms of whatever's going on right now. And the lane's kind of like, okay, I look at top at this point, and then I see that this guy is pushing, so not really too much to do there. And I see this gank mid happen, but I'm like, okay, whatever, man. And there's nothing to really do bot lane, right? Like, most likely it fails if I try to gank bots. I'm just like, CBA. I'll just clear. No real reason to coin flip in lower elos. Just play consistent and it'll be fine. And I do end up fighting, but okay, whatever. And then I'm just like, okay, well, they are kind of low, so if they walk up, I can do something, but not that likely. But I have some time to burn until Scuttle spawns anyway. So Shaco actually ends up getting a kill top. I'm like, okay, cool. So when people get a kill top or something and they're still healthy and they have Scuttle to do, most likely they're going to move on to Scuttle, do that, and then after doing Scuttle, they're going to gank the nearest lane that's actually gankable. And in this scenario, it's probably going to be mid lane, right? So hovering mid lane is pretty chill. And we end up doing this, but I don't really get anything off it. My Rumble gets both of the kills. So as you can see, the Shaco still does have more gold than me. Slightly. But the XP is even, the gold is basically even, so not really a lead. It's a lead for my laner, not for me. So here I was looking at top lane, but nothing to really do, full HP. You just say, okay, cool. Then I was like, okay, maybe he gets ganked mid, but not really because it's worth it. But I also thought that, you see here, we see Shaco on this ward. So when I see Shaco on this ward, I have like two options, right? I can keep clearing like this, and I'm just like, okay, I guess. But what do I do after doing that, right? Meanwhile, if I go here, then I can take at least one of his camps guaranteed. And worst case scenario for me, I just go like drive by through mid and go top side. And maybe I take both of his camps or whatever. These two like fight a bit. I'm just like, whatever. I think I end up taking both of his camps. Because we've been farming quite a bit. We're on almost 50 farm. Then here I'm looking for a dive, but this guy doesn't really want to dive, I don't know, and then whatever that was happens, I guess. So now we have some kind of a lead, right? We got like a little bit. And then I think I get a kill here as well. And now, okay, we have a decent lead now, right? So what do? We have 6, we have ult, so keep fighting. But here, for example, I used my Nautilus to bait this fight. And you just wait to ult before this guy shows up. So you get more, maybe. Hopefully. That's fine. Okay, so now we have a decent lead, right? This is like a sizable lead. We're not super ahead of Shaco because he did get some kills off his own, of course. But we are quite strong, and we also are level 6.5, and we also have every camp up, and he doesn't have camps up, right? Because he has been sinning a little bit. And now if we take the camps and we're cashing in, and we should have a decently sized lead. this is just like some free kill top, whatever. Then this guy was like being a bit ill, so he just did this. I don't know. I think I was paying attention, so that ended up working for him. But yeah. So just keep fighting in enemy jungle, and no real reason to back off from stuff, because like what is enemy gonna do, right? Like they can't really do stuff to you when the situations are like this. Like when this guy's crashing, then this guy is either going to give up a wave and be depressed, and this guy gives up a wave and can be depressed, or they just let this happen, right? Not really too much to say about that. I could just go back and clear my camps, but then I'm like, okay, well, after I clear my camps, what am I gonna do? And the answer is, I don't know, right? Don't really have a clear idea what I'm gonna do bot lane after clearing my camps, so not that interested in it. So then I decided to go mid lane because my guy got him low. Oh, and then I just want to invade bot side, because obviously if I just invade top side, then most likely this guy will end up going bot side, right? It's much more likely, especially because the objective is on the bot side of the map, so the only objective on the map being dragon. You got a kill, so okay, go take his camps again. You can snowball your lead and chill. We just got like, I don't know, way too many kills in the span of 4 minutes. But now you need to like keep pushing the lead that you got, right? So it's kind of about balancing what you can do, because you can like go AFK now and just do nothing for the rest of the game, and you'll probably win anyway by just AFK farming, but you can just get a bigger lead, right? This was one of the most disgusting fights I've ever played, but sure. And okay, so we have a good amount of gold, so Magi Rocket Belt, and now we have our biggest power spike that we will ever want. So let's just go hunt the enemy jungler, right? Just let them know that we have a lead. Don't like sit there and do your camps like an AFK. Unlucky that that thing was warded, but even so, it doesn't really matter, because I'll just end up taking both of his camps here. Like, okay, you're gonna do some stuff mid, maybe, I don't know. People in gold love giving free kills for some reason. I don't know why, but sure. And okay, we got the kills, right? Go take their camps again. Just take everything from the enemy. Because there isn't much of a reason not to do it, right? Then at this point, you're okay. Now you just literally do whatever you want. Just find any camp that's up on the enemy jungle and just take it, right? Anyone you can fight. Like right now, you could be baited and think like, ah, it's okay, now I go full clear or something. But no, just keep fighting because you're so fed, right? This is like the issue that a lot of people have. Like, I have my ult as well, so why wouldn't I keep fighting? There's just no reason not to. I only base now because I have so much gold that I get a full item. And I got Lich Bane because I got the full item by just going base. I just had the item. So keep fighting. Okay, now we used our ult, and there aren't that many camps on the map, so it's not worth it, right? Because you want to contest camps really hard when there are a lot of them on the map, not when there are a few. So you can take like an objective or two then, but obviously there still are some camps, so can still do that. This guy's, I don't know, special. Okay, now we can take the other objective, and we can take all the camps again. But top lane is like 3 kills, so take that first. Well, we can take all the enemy camps, I mean. Not my own. I would only do my own camps if I need gold. But I see fight in bot side, so like if you're at 1-0, you might as well fight, right? But that's the thing, like you would think, well, there's no way that I can be high CS and have like more than 1 kill per minute, right? But this is like the advantage that you do have on jungle, where you can actually bring every fight to the enemy and you can get camps and kills at the same time in that case, right? And this is not just like one game where this happens, like you can do this every game pretty much in gold and silver and whatever. If you just focus on the right things, right? So like just from this point onwards, right? We just perma focus on invading, like just if we go like super fast, like look at how much time we spend in our own jungle compared to like an enemy jungle in lanes and so on. Okay, now we go like clear 2 camps, then fighting again. Okay, invading again. Fighting again. Invading again. Fighting again. Invading again. Still fighting. Like for the last while, we've only been fighting and invading. And again. Like this is how you snowball when you get big leads. Because all you do is you fight and you invade. Because if I decide to just take my lead at this point into the game, okay, I'm in a good spot, like really good. Okay, but actually this is the spot we started at, right? Like before the Shaco dies. So we're 5-0. Okay, it's a really good spot. Why not, right? But it's still kind of losable. Not really, but kinda. Kinda. I mean, you can clear everything. But then if you can do nothing bot side and you just take dragon, I guess. But if your laner is like, I don't know, say that your laner is like get double killed right now, right? Maybe enemy just takes dragon, right? And then you're like, okay, well, what do? I clear everything, and I mean, yeah, we're doing good. We're not doing bad. But you don't completely take over the game by doing it, right? You just get less of a lead than by doing other things, which is the difference, really. Because sure, both the ideas can be decent, but one of them is just gonna win harder. And yeah, I hope that this demonstrates somewhat the problem that people tend to have with like being too AFK, really. And also this is why I like to hold my ult quite a bit on Evelynn, because if we look, don't really have to play too much without my ult. Like here I'm just like farming, and then here I didn't have ult, so I just like farmed a bit of my camps, right? I don't like fight because, well, it's just winning fight and I'm not committing too hard. Then when I'm invading, I just have my ult, right? It's not like I really need to do it without it. Like here I invade without it, but the difference is that they're dead, right? They're already dead. And this is like 3v1. I don't really take fair fights without it. Like this was, every time it was like either fighting the Shaco who's like completely behind or something else, like either isolated only once or like multiple people versus one person, right? And then again, we get on the map and we have ult, right? And this is what I keep telling people, you get your ults on these champs and you just keep abusing them, right? Like I don't even care too much about killing Shaco here, because all I really want is the camps, because I don't have the ult. So if I get the camps, that's good enough for me. And you kind of want to really dial in your aggression with your ult. Like here you can go to a fight because you have ult, right? So I mean, you can go to it anyway, but it makes it a lot easier to do stuff, right? And the key point is also like you don't need to be too worried. Like, okay, full cleared and then I got nothing. Okay, fine, man. Okay, fine, man. Like, oh, okay, good play, but got nothing from it. Like, you get nothing when you get only assists. You literally get like nothing. So we got like nothing, and then we can't go top. We got nothing. Then we can't go anywhere. We got nothing. Okay, we got some enemy camps, but it's kind of whatever. like fine. We're building like a small tiny lead, and then we get like a free kill. That's okay, cool. But at this point, we're not even ahead. We're like behind even, right? That's the funny thing. Like, I myself am behind at this point. After I get this, I think I'm even. Yeah, I'm even with Shaco now. Though I do have more XP, which is the advantage I do have. Which is what we use, right? Because that guy hasn't been clearing, so I'm most likely gonna have more XP, and my ult is a big advantage. Now that we don't have ult, we chilled, right? Recall. Buy items. Whatever. Like, you should really look at how you play with and without your ult, right? Like, at some points you will just beat the enemy, but you have to either take isolated only once, or you have to take, like, multiple people versus one fights, right? So in top lane, I take 2v1, and then because I have prio now, like complete prio there, I don't mind too much going for maybe an isolated only one. And now I don't mind anything because I have ult, right? And now again, I don't mind like 1v1s or something, but I'm not gonna overly force it, right? So these are the real keys I wanted to talk about today, where please don't like just default to taking all of your camps on repeat whenever you have like huge leads, because it's really pointless. You're dragging out the game, and also you're giving the enemy a chance to actually come back or win, and it's just not the best, I suppose. Like, there's no reason to let the enemy play if you have a huge lead. Like, I see this all the time. People, they play against me, they get like ganks off, they get like a huge lead on jungle, and then they will just do nothing. And then I kill them once, I get a shutdown, and suddenly, well, now I'm even with you. And what now? And then after I'm even with them, they're like, well, I'm not actually that good at the game, and I was like flipping a little bit. Then they just lose. Either way, if you enjoyed the video, then like and subscribe, and I'll see you next time. Peace.